Welcome back, everybody. It is episode 2 of Who Are These Guys, featuring myself and featuring
In honor of Ray.
in honor of Ray. As you guys
Yep.
can look in the description of this channel, in honor of Ray. But we got over here Onion Eye, Beakhead, Z himself.
Yep.
Guy thinks he's a golfer. He's never been on a golf course in his life with that hat. So good to be back here on episode 2. If you guys missed episode 1,
no one wants to see your golf swing. I've seen it at Top Golf. That's the
reason why you got critiqued for yours and I didn't.
You're right, because I have a higher standard than you do.
Yeah, you have a higher standard than me. It's not baseball, Z. But anyway, episode 1 was uploaded last night, guys, and we talked about Hogwarts Legacy a little bit. Talked about really some key important gaming franchises out there, and talked about a little bit of the Kevin Durant trade. So really not same things, but that's really what this podcast is about. It's going to be really all over the place.
Yeah, you could tell just based off the background. I don't think we're talking about sports today.
Yep, you guys see it on the background, and we will be getting into that in a few moments here.
Yeah.
But if you guys missed that, check that out. Episode 1, the debut podcast of our show. And on this podcast, as you can see by the background, as you can see by the title of what we're going to be talking about. But before we do that, Z plays flag football every Monday night. So he had a game yesterday. His team is 6-0. They got one more game left on their season.
Yep.
Out of 7 games. They won the championship last season, which was about a month and a half ago. As you can see how short these off seasons are. But they get no rings if they win. They get a T-shirt. So and
right
maybe a personalized mug there. So Z, you want to talk? You can talk about your win last night. Go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. Shout out all the boys on the Barbarians. We went to 6-0 last night, and we're a top 5 flag football team in the state. So, and was there one time. He saw it live. He saw greatness right in front of his eyes, and he will. You'll never touch the field. And actually, we're holding tryouts next season, so if you're interested.
Yep. I'll never touch the field. I don't have any desire to play flag football. Don't really care.
Well, it's funny.
As I tell Z, here's the thing. Z says that he's winning rings. First of all, they don't get any rings. Number 1.
No.
Number 2, it's obviously a good accomplishment when you're playing, and I'm proud of him. But not the thing is, nobody knows. Nobody else in this world knows that they win that championship other than them on that field. So just keep that in mind.
I've said it once, and I'll say it again. All that matters is being another grown man in a sport, and there's no greater feeling than that. And there's no greater feeling than holding this mug right here, something you do not own and you never will own.
Well, right? See, here's the thing right here. You want to see something you don't own right here?
Here comes his 6th grade basketball accomplishments.
Yeah. You don't own this.
Yeah, that's from 5th grade.
You don't own these.
What are those, Oreos?
Yeah, Oreos.
Can you show that again? What was that?
It's one of my medals, but I don't have the strings on them anymore.
That's sad.
First place right there. First place.
Sad. Yeah. Keep in mind, that was when Nate and I were in like 4th or 5th grade.
And it definitely wasn't.
And by the way, Nate and I, when we played basketball growing up, we were in the Boys and Girls Club League. And this guy right here was Mr. Accessory. I mean,
well, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing.
Arm sleeves, headbands, wristbands. He's got the LeBrons on. Who you impressing? You ain't impressing anybody. You're 10 years old.
That's the reason why you guys won 2 games all year.
Yeah. Well, we all know who the coach was.
And that was his father.
Yeah, it was.
I played
Team A, Team B, Team A, yep. Team B. No big game adjustments.
Next five. I played Z and I played Boys and Girls Club together in 4th grade. I played there for 2 years, 3rd and 4th grade, and then I actually decided that this wasn't really competitive enough. So then I started playing in the YMCA competitive league, which wasn't too bad. And then we eventually went to club basketball. And then, but the fun thing is that we really kept the same core of our team for all those years. A few different guys came in here and there, but from YMCA to club, we kept really the same group of kids, stuff like that. Meanwhile, Z played basketball for 1 or 2 years, and that was sort of sports he played. So,
Ed, why don't you tell the story of when you tried out for the freshman basketball team?
Well, tried out for the freshman basketball team, and the coach of the basketball team teaches economics. So clearly, Mr. Anderson, if you're watching this, you can freaking lick it for all I care. But anyway,
you guys have no idea
he was fine.
You guys have no idea how confident and cocky Ed was our freshman year of high school, saying that, he shouldn't even have to go to the tryouts. Like, he's going to make the team.
Never said that.
And the first day of cuts came out, and who was on the paper? Who was on the paper?
First day. You're right. So when I tried out, it was like 2-3 days of tryouts pretty much. And he called me over, and he told me that he liked me and he wanted me to come back next year, but because that I'm new and he hasn't really been able to see much of me, I wasn't going to make the team. And but meanwhile, you can look at everybody else on that team, and probably maybe other than 1 or 2 people, none of them deserve to be on that team. And I'm talking about, is the alien head, E.T., freaking parents paying the school. That's all you got to know. So really the reason why I didn't make the 9th grade team was because of politics and because other people's parents were paying the school pretty much. So like I said, other than maybe 1 or 2 guys, everybody else on that team was ass. And that's exactly why their record was ass. So.
Well, and that is what ended Ed's basketball career.
Yeah, I did. Well, I did play in their summer thing in 10th grade. But I really had no care because the coach was absolutely just not even up to date on basketball at all. And I didn't even try out in 10th grade because I just didn't care anymore. And I'm honestly glad I didn't. And the crazy thing is that the people who were on that 10th grade team said that all the fun was taken out of everything on 10th grade because that freaking stupid ass coach.
We had a coach.
This is how he looks. That's what he looks like. He looks like a freaking dinosaur.
Wait, who are we talking about?
McMillan.
Oh yeah.
Well, face is all smushed in.
Yeah.
Has the hands of a T-Rex.
Yeah, you're right. When that meteor hit the earth, that's what squished his face in.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
We had a coach at middle school, Mr. Chavez.
Oh God.
Yeah. And this guy said, quote unquote, and Ed can confirm this. He said, "I would rather watch a 1-0 game than 199 game." Isn't that right, Ed?
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. He wore the same white T-shirt and black shorts to practice. Yeah. He had an awful jump shot. I remember one time when because here's how it went in middle school in 7th and 8th grade when they had it. So like if you wanted to go out, you went out. There weren't really tryouts. It wasn't really tryouts. It was honestly like anyone can go out, but then the coach will separate you depending how many people there are. The coach will separate you in teams 1 through 10, 1 being the best, 10 being the worst. So I was on team 1. Z made team, what were you, team 5?
Yeah.
Z made team 5, and then a friend of ours was team 10. Al, if you're watching it, team 10, never forget it.
Team 10.
Team 10. And I'll never forget. I remember being on the bus because Al and I would be on the same bus, and he was talking about raising a banner at the school. He was on team 10.
Speaking of that, there was actually a time, probably our sophomore or junior year, and I'm sure you remember, where Al and I, and even Nate got into it as well, where we really thought about trying out for the baseball team and bringing a championship to Pinnacle High School.
I would love to see I would love to see Al swing at an 88 mile an hour fastball in high school.
Oh, it'd be hideous.
Yeah, it really would. I honestly don't really think I'd be able to. I'm glad I didn't. But anyway, talking about Mr. Chavez again, there was one time when we were in practice. So like I said, you have teams 1 through 10, then you have this thing called festival where like those teams will play the other teams of whatever schools, and then you had all-stars, which was kind of like the actual season. So you had like 6 weeks of like normal of like basketball teams 1 through 10. You had your festival thing, and then you had all-stars, which lasted for like maybe a couple months or something. And so I made that team, of course. Z didn't. Usually if you're on team 1, and then maybe a few guys from team 2 would make it. So
I should have been on it.
Yeah. So anyway, there was a practice going on. We were at practice one day, and Chavez was talking. He I don't know. He was talking about something, and he went and shot a 3-pointer, and it went over the backboard.
That's your head coach.
Yep. And
that's
exactly why we didn't not win a championship, because of him.
Yeah, and that's why.
And let's just say he looked like Dracula. So
yeah,
pale, tall, white, black hair, weird.
Yeah, and that's exactly why, Mr. Chavez, you will never take the next step as a coach.
I don't even think he's at that school anymore, Z.
I know, who knows where he is. We haven't seen the guy for 10 years.
Yeah.
See, actually, you know what's funny? I don't know if you remember this, but Annette, who's my mom.
Yeah.
She went to school or something with Mr. Chavez at Arizona State, and like during our whatever that was, that tournament that day, where all 10 teams showed up, and Al was raining.
Go ahead, Z. Come on, we're on borrowed time here. Go ahead.
Kelsey, can you grab the Tylenol, please?
Yep.
Oh my God, my
Go ahead,
head.
Z. Come on, keep going.
And you say I'm a walking headache.
God.
I mean,
the people should hear what you have to what you say on the freaking mic when we play.
Yeah, you're right.
God.
You're right. Anyways, I can't remember what I was saying now, because my
talk about Annette, Nolan Chavez.
Because my head hurts. God.
Good. Enjoy work, Z. Enjoy work till 11:30.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, back at Disney today. Back for working for the Rat.
Yeah, for the Rat.
We'll get into Disney though.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah. No, I don't know if you even remember, because like you were like my games ended, and like Annette wanted to find Mr. Chavez because I don't know how she knew him or something, but Annette walked into your guys' huddle in the middle of the game, and she just walked into the huddle and just like tapped Mr. Chavez. And
wait, when was this?
This was like during like the tournament.
During festival?
Yeah, festival, whatever.
What, like when we were playing?
Yeah, you guys were like mid timeout, and Annette came into the huddle and like tapped on Mr. Chavez's shoulder, and like
it doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I know it doesn't. And started a conversation with him. Yeah, I'll remember to this day. I don't know how they know each other. There's not really.
Were you in the gym?
Yeah, I was with her.
So you saw me playing?
I mean, I wasn't watching you.
But you remember me being there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There was nothing impressive about watching you guys.
Yeah, there's nothing impressive.
Yeah. There's not much of a difference between Team 1 and Team 5, then. To be quite frank.
Yeah. Well, how come none of you guys made the team then?
That's not my fault.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, economic. You know.
There's a reason Z Chavez was with us at our games and he wasn't at your guys' games.
I can't remember who my coach was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I am the rebound holder, the rebound record holder at Greyhawk Elementary School.
Yeah. Yeah, what we would do at Greyhawk in elementary, we would play basketball at recess, and they were actually competitive. It was actually competitive games.
Yeah, they were.
Feelings would be hurt. But one thing that Z could do Not a good jump shot. But Z played hard, and he was a good rebounder. And then he would pass it off to me, and then I'd go score. But
and by the way, this wasn't like 5-on-5. This was like 10-on-10.
yeah. It was like 10-on-10 at recess, pretty much every single day. You know, everybody's sweating bullets and stuff like that. And
yeah, because we're in Arizona, guys. We're out there in the freaking Arizona. We're out there in the Arizona heat.
Yeah.
You know, we're midday in school. We go out there and just freaking sweat our nuts off. And then we go back.
He had
about
60 rebounds one game, and I think to this day that record holds.
Oh, it'll forever hold.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody ever break that record.
Yeah, no, it will definitely hold forever. But anyway, let's start talking about really what we've been talking about here. We got about a good 15 minutes on those stories and stuff like that. And so when Z was talking about flag football and everything, when I go down to visit him in Florida about twice a year, usually in March or April, depending on Mardi Gras, which takes place at Universal. And then I'll always come down in October, especially because Halloween Horror Nights, which takes place at Universal. I have a story about that one. But so I go down and visit him twice a year. And my girlfriend went with me last time, and it was her first time there. She had a really enjoyable time herself. But so sometime in April, that's the plan to head back down. As you see by this background, this is mine and Z's favorite roller coaster ride out of every single park.
Undebatable.
So, but like I said, I went to Z's flag football game last time I was down there and stuff like that, and I'll probably be back down there. Another one when we're back down there. But anyway, we kind of want to make this episode, and we've had these conversations before just for fun. Like we would rank like our favorite parks. We would talk about our favorite parks, our favorite rides, which rides are overrated, which rides are overhyped, which ones are cream of the crop, which ones have a high score, a 9 or above, blah, blah, blah. We would just do it for fun. But anyway, we're doing our parks from Disney and from Universal, talking about our favorite parks, talking about our favorite rides from those parks. And as you can see there, if you guys want to know why Z is called Onion Eye, it's because he literally has an onion behind his eye right now. Yeah. Just think about that. You have an onion behind that eye. We were at dinner and I nailed his eye with an onion.
A raw onion.
A raw onion. And his eye was burning.
Yeah, it was. Oh man. Yeah, I mean I got drilled in the eye.
Yeah, he really did. And he really deserved it too.
Yeah, I deserved it. I can't remember where we were. I think we were at Burger Fi or something.
No, it was City Works.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ass.
I mean that place is about as average as
$100 bill, and it was all for average at best.
You know, real quick, not to change up the topic, but this is super random. But speaking of $100 bill at a restaurant, you know, our senior year of high school, you know, our last time with Ed and I and the rest of the boys that we went out to like a brunch and went to a place called Mimi's Cafe.
Oh yeah.
and you know, Ed ordered an orange juice, you know, that came in like a super tall glass, like tall, skinny, right? Yeah. And you know, Ed would drink the whole thing, and the server would come back and be like, "Do you want some more?" And I would be like, "Yeah, sure." And and the server never told him there was an upcharge. This guy drank like 6 or 7 orange juices, and the bill came back, and this guy got charged like $50 for some orange juice.
And that was the last time I was at Mimi's Cafe. Z.
Yeah, same. I think about it, and they freaking finessed you.
Yeah, they really did. They just came back, just pouring more.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah, it was like, please go ahead. Oh man, and we had no idea.
Oh, dude, we had no idea.
It's like one of those things on the menu where it's like in small letters that says like,
100% is,
you know, $8 for a refill or something like that.
Yeah. Remember Jay Billis was there.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
Well,
anyways.
Well, Izzy, I don't think we're going to finish the show in 5-10 minutes.
Probably not.
We're aiming for a 25, 30-minute show here. We'll probably go a little after that. It's not going to be an hour long like our last one, but nonetheless, if you guys are interested, keep hanging around because we have a few stories to talk about here that are pretty comical. And if you guys want to know really about some in and outs here at these parks and everything like that, stick around. But anyway, you see in the background, Rock and Roller Coaster. That is our favorite ride between all 4 parks at Disney and 2 parks at Universal Studios, and even including Volcano Bay, which is Universal's water park. And so Rock and Roller is inspired by Aerosmith, and pretty much like what it is like you eventually enter this room, and it's kind of like a whatchamacallit. It's kind of like a what would you say it is, Z? It's not 3D, but
indoor roller coaster.
No, not the roller coaster, but like the scene of where you have the Aerosmith guys and stuff.
I mean, I don't know. It's just an indoor roller coaster where it's just like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's like the kind of, I've never really thought about it, to be honest. Maybe like you're supposed to be like on the guitar and you're riding through, you know?
No, but I mean like when you walk in the room and it's like, hey, Tyler, how about some backstage passes?
Oh, yeah, like the pre-show?
Yeah, so there's like a pre-show thing and you see like these Aerosmith guys and then somebody yells out, hey, Tyler, how about some backstage passes? And then
it's been the same thing for 20 years.
Same thing every time. Yeah. And then you walk in the line, you get in, it's indoor, and then but that sucker just freaking shoots you. So you're sitting there and there's is there like a countdown? There's a countdown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a countdown and then it shoots you, but it's like kind of like glow in the dark a little bit, and then it plays Rock This Way, you know, and
that was terrible.
Yeah, well, it plays their music throughout it and everything like that. Definitely just an all-time ride. If you guys haven't been on it, look up the POV. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's our best ride, and it is at Hollywood Studios, Disney's Hollywood Studios. And like I said, my girlfriend went there with me last October for the first time, and she's not someone who's like a big thrill ride type person, but she went on it, and like she was like, "My God, that was phenomenal."
Yeah, I mean, she like, though that underwear was soaking wet before she went on that ride.
Yeah,
soaking wet.
Yep.
She was terrified.
So anyway, speaking of starting at Hollywood Studios at Disney, we'll start off with Disney's here since we're talking about Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, if that's your favorite ride, what's your least favorite ride at Disney?
So least favorite ride we have all 4 parks. We have Magic Kingdom, we have Hollywood Studios, we have Animal Kingdom, and we have Epcot. I'd say probably my least favorite ride out of all those parks. I would probably go with, let's see, I'm trying to think of Animal Kingdom, nothing there. Magic Kingdom, I wouldn't really say anything there. I would probably say my least favorite ride is probably Test Track at Epcot.
The ride is a bit overrated.
Yeah, it really is. So what you do is like you design, like you go in and like on like a touchscreen, you design like your own car kind of. And then once you design it, you get in like this car with like other people. In the first row is like a car, second row is their own car. Last row is the other car, and then like it's just something that kind of takes you, and then like it will tell you at the end of each track like who placed and what in different categories. But Z, you want to tell them the story about the one time, my first time there, and when I was making my own car?
Our first time we went on it. By the way, you don't have all day to make a car. You get like maybe a 5-minute timer. And Ed's clueless ass had no idea. There's like 30 seconds left, and this guy's still choosing the color for his car. No engine, no throttle.
Yeah, I had no engine, I had nothing.
Yeah, nothing. No tires.
Yeah.
This guy's still choosing the color.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but anyway, the ride's honestly kind of sleep fest. I'm not gonna lie. It's not really it's not a roller coaster.
It was cool at first. It was cool at first.
Like it's not a roller coaster. It's just you sit there in like a it's supposed to be kind of like a car, but it's like a cart thing, and yeah, it has like 3 different rows, and you go around a track. So
yeah,
I'd say that one's my least favorite. What about you, Z?
That's a good question, Ed. See, mine. Yeah, I already know mine. You know,
What is this?
and the first thing I'm gonna say is Ed and I are not a part of the Disney cult where we don't
Yep.
get on our knees for Mickey Mouse and
Yep.
Bob Iger and
Yep.
Walt Disney.
No, we don't, and that is
No.
Disney does have a big cult. Yes, they do.
No, I do work part-time with Disney, so I can't say too much about it, otherwise I get termed.
Hi everybody.
Yeah, there it is. We have the funniest video that we've ever created.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, and that'll come another time.
Yep.
But I don't want to say too much about Disney because, like I said, I work for them, and I'm grateful that they do pay for my schooling. So that is something that Disney does for me, so I can get my degree. So thank you, Disney.
The mouse and $50.
Yeah, you're right. So we'll make sure I get that out there, so I don't get terminated.
They see this podcast.
Yeah, they just see me just talking shit, and they're just like, we'll see you later.
Yeah. See you later, Z. We saw what you said.
So thank you, Disney, for paying for my schooling, and thank you for me having a part-time job.
Yeah.
So moving on from there. Yeah. No, undoubtedly in my head, Space Mountain. Yeah.
Now I will say I don't think Space Mountain's the worst ride. I think it's the most overrated ride.
Right. Well, yeah. So I guess. Yeah. Okay. So I guess if I'm saying the worst ride or what I think is the worst ride, I don't know. I think I'd go like It's a Small World or something.
Yeah, it's Small World.
I mean, I like that. Like those are just rides that I would just never waste my time on.
Yeah.
Like Space Mountain to me, I feel like is a valid answer because like it's such a very popular ride that always has a 2-hour wait, and it's
pretty ass.
It's just not that good.
Oh, it's not.
No, it's not.
I don't think it's cool at all. I think the one, if it's still the same, the one in Disneyland in California is
so much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I agree, Z. Let's kind of go through like these parks. We'll kind of put our rankings in from these parks. We'll maybe talk about some of the other good times, things that are noteworthy about this. But anyway, starting off, since we talked about Rock and Roller Coaster, Disney Hollywood Studios, we'll talk about the Disney parks. Hollywood Studios is easily the busiest one out of all of them. Would you agree?
Oh, it's terrible.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't know how some people can go to Disney every single day of their life.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the thing. We're not the people that have to be at the park right when it opens, that get on your knees to Mickey. We're not one of the people that say, oh my God, Disney, there's just nothing that you do that's just wrong. You guys are just perfect in every way. We're not one of those people. We have a good time.
Those are the people when Disney took away Happy Ever After thought it was an amazing idea.
Yeah. They still thought the new fireworks show was the greatest thing they've ever seen in their lives.
It's awful.
Yeah. We're not the people that want to go hang out in Disney on our off days when we work at Disney. So no thanks.
Yeah.
But anyway, Hollywood Studios, you got Rock and Roller Coaster. The other big attraction there is the Tower of Terror. And the Tower of Terror, we all know, is like just a big drop ride. You're kind of like in this elevator, and then you kind of go a little like a tad bit through the hotel, and then you stop, and it's like nothing but black. And then it pretty much drops you, brings you back up, drops you, brings you back up. But I will say, when I was there in October, when we went on Tower of Terror, like probably shortly before it was ready to close at nighttime, at like, I don't know, what time did it close? 10 o'clock?
Yeah.
All right. So like 9:45, 9:50. Dude, that out of all the times we've been on Tower of Terror, that was the best. That was the best one.
Oh, the best.
Dude, like everybody's coming out of their seat. Everybody everybody in there. I mean, everybody's popping off.
Yeah.
Really, everybody is.
God,
My girlfriend's
freaking
freaking hanging on for dear life in there. Freaking Spike's in there.
yeah. Spike.
Oh my
Spike
God.
Lee was in there.
Yeah, Spike Lee was in there, dude. Freaking
No, we're kidding. Spike is my sister's boyfriend. His name's Michael, but we call him Spike.
yeah.
The guy's hair just goes straight up.
Yeah. So anyway, but it was a hell of a time. So it might not really be for everybody just because the type of the drop rides or stuff like that, but that was a hell of a time. To me, other than those two, what's another thing, Z, that we do that's at Hollywood Studios? Yeah, more Cheez-Its. More Cheez-Its. Protein though.
Yep. I got my smoothie in my mug right here, in.
Yeah. Doesn't help anything.
What was your question, then? I completely.
What else do we do at Hollywood Studios?
Toy Story Mania.
Oh yeah, Toy Story Mania is pretty fun.
Yeah,
kind of
and
like
is awful that game. He's awful.
Yeah, awful. I just don't worship it, Z.
We don't really do much other than that. I mean, those are the 3 rides we usually do there. I mean,
yeah, we don't go on the railroad.
No, we don't. We don't go on Slinky Dog Dash.
No, that line's always insane though. I'd go on it if it wasn't freaking 2 hours.
Yeah. Have you seen Fantasmic?
Yeah. Saw it once.
What do you think of that?
Time.
What do you think of that?
I thought it was all right. Freaking Mickey popping up at the end with his little magic hat and everything. Like, it was all right. It was all right.
Yeah.
Like it's not a must see like Happily Ever After.
Yeah.
Which thankfully Happily Ever After is coming back in 2 months.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. So that's actually a big W for Disney. Them bringing back their former CEO Bob Iger is actually a W.
Yeah, it is.
Getting the other clown out of there.
Oh God. Yeah. I gotta be careful what I say because I work for the company.
No.
But like, there's a really, really funny story where, Nate and I one time were at Magic Kingdom. We were watching Happy Ever After, and there was someone there was like a whole family right next to Nate, just bawling their eyes out.
Yeah,
just bawling their eyes out, and ends and ends looking at me like,
oh my God, dude.
Oh man. But
I remember that. I remember exactly what they look like too.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was graduating high school. I'll never forget that.
Oh, well. Hey, do you think that they were crying?
So let's say Hollywood Studios. So we really named kind of really the main 3 rides we go on. Yeah. What is your rating overall as a park from Hollywood Studios?
Out of 10?
Yeah, out of 10.
I haven't really thought of that before, but I think if I'd think of something just really right off the bat, give it like an 8.6. I do.
So
I
it's
think
obviously worth going to.
Yeah, I think that's a valid number.
Yeah, it's obviously worth going to.
From the 3 rides we
both
said
make our rankings at the end of this.
Yeah,
but gives it an 8.6. I probably give it around the same, maybe an 8.7, maybe just a 0.1, 0.2 above 8.7, 8.8.
But you got Star Wars too. You got Toy Story.
Yeah, you have Star Wars there, which was really remarkable. So there's still a handful of things to do, and I understand why it's the busiest, but at the same time, for some reason, it feels the hottest. I don't know why.
No, that's got to be Animal Kingdom.
Yeah, I take that back. Animal Kingdom, yeah. Animal Kingdom's the hottest.
So let's transition to Animal Kingdom.
Might as well talk about Animal Kingdom. Animal Kingdom, I think out of all the parks is honestly the most overrated one.
100%.
Yeah. So really, Animal Kingdom, what you have the safari ride, which you actually are in a car or like a Jeep or whatever it is. And
Jeep.
Yeah, well, whatever it is. See, I don't care. You're in a car with about 6 rows, but you're traveling through really
freaking packed in there like sardines.
Yeah, the sardines. You're pretty much traveling through Disney's Africa, quote unquote. And you're actually on the ground with these animals. Now they're far away, but you have freaking some hippos in there, giraffes. You got some freaking birds, some freaking some weird ass furry animals in there, dogs. You got Barry in there.
This just proves Anne's an animal knowledge.
Yeah, my animal knowledge.
It's
I can't remember everybody that's in there.
Zebras, flamingos, cheetahs.
Why don't you demonstrate a flamingo, Z? Because you look like one.
Yeah, you're right.
I just said on one leg.
Yeah. Well, you say I got a freaking bird neck, so
yeah, bird neck, bird nose, bird eyes,
beak, bird seed.
No. The amount of nicknames this guy has had from 9th grade on. He has some retired nicknames. Z's the main one, just ordinary, but usually call him Bird or Seedhead or
Bird Brain.
Yeah, Bird Brain, Beakhead, and anything like that relating to bird. So chicken, whatever it is. But anyway, so you kind of have the safari there at Animal Kingdom, which is fun, but it's a one and done when you're there. It's a one and done.
Oh yeah,
it's easily a one and done.
Yeah.
I remember we were sitting there for probably an extra half hour because these giraffes or whatever didn't want to cross the freaking road, and they were just freaking sitting there, so we had to sit there.
Yeah.
You also have Everest, Expedition Everest, or the Yeti, which is their only roller coaster there, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun though. There was one time Z and I, we went on it, we got stuck on it. Because like there's a part in the ride where you go up and the tracks end and you're supposed to go backwards, but where the tracks ended, we were probably sitting there for about a good 5 minutes.
Yeah, we were there for a long time.
Yeah, we were.
And we had no warning, and they just started going backwards.
Yeah, they just started going backwards. So, not too bad. Z, what would you rate Expedition Everest?
Give it like a 7.9.
7.9. I mean, that's fair.
I'd
probably give it like an 8.1. Rock and Roll, we didn't rate that, but that's a 10 out of 10, no question about it.
Oh yeah.
Tower of Terror, I'd probably give a high 8.
Yeah.
So, so aside from the Yeti, really the only other ride there that we do is Pandora. If you're familiar with Avatar, they have their Pandora area, and it's really just a simulation ride, but it's really fun, honestly. Mm-hmm. And you just kind of sit on like this kind of like bike in a way, and it's supposed to be like an avatar. You put 3D goggles on, there's a big screen, and it makes you feel
on a
like
banshee and you're not on a bike.
What?
I said you're on a banshee. You're not on a bike.
Well, yeah, that's what it is, a banshee, but it's actually a bike. See, give me a break.
You got.
I know you think it's reality. I know you think you're entering a whole nother reality.
Yep.
I tear up every time I get everybody. It's not real, Z. It's not real.
We have such a funny story behind that. We'll
talk about when we transition Universal. But Animal Kingdom, it's definitely the most overrated one. It's not a bad park. It's still fun, but it always is the hottest park. And
you're missing a legendary story. You're missing a legendary story from Animal Kingdom.
What, when you couldn't double knot your shoes?
Yeah, that's what it is.
What is it? What's the story?
Shout out Sam Penny.
Oh yeah. Shout out Sam.
Shout out Sam. Hope you're watching this, brother. But there's like a water ride there, and like you don't get wet on it, right? Could you confirm that, Ed?
Yeah, you don't really get wet that much.
Maybe a drizzle.
Yeah,
And the day we went on it, there was nobody in line, so we were going
just a river rapid ride.
Yeah, and we were going and going and going over and over again on the ride, and we weren't getting wet. Like every time we came back, like we maybe had a little, sprinkler hit us, But somebody who never went on it with us, every time we get back, Sam, you were just standing up on the bridge looking at us, and we eventually convinced him to come on the ride with us. and he agreed to it. And he's saying like, "Oh, if I get soaked, I'm gonna be pissed." And
yeah.
And this guy gets drenched.
Out of all the times,
yeah,
he's the one that got soaked.
Yeah.
Now that'll probably ultimately be the main story that goes along with it.
Oh, it's really an all-time moment. It's an all-time
really
moment. We went on it maybe 4 or 5 times, didn't get wet. Convinced Sam to go on with us. And we had a big group with us. We were like 8 people.
Yeah.
And Sam decided to go on. And he just got dunked.
Yeah, he was done.
Oh man, he was throwing a hissy fit.
Yeah, he wasn't very happy, but he enjoyed the rest of the night.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
His freaking V-neck shirt on. God.
Oh man.
So anyway, really for us
Love you,
at
Sam.
Animal Kingdom, Safari, Pandora, Yeti, that's really the three we go on. Maybe if there's time to spare, we'll do the River Rapid. But other than that, are there any other rides we're missing there? The dinosaur ride, we know that's in there. That just jerks you around. My neck was freaking aching after that ride. Like, I could live without that. I could live without that ride.
Kelsey liked it.
Yeah, she did. She
Yep.
gave it a 9.
God. Yeah, you got to be kidding me.
Dinosaur ride. Remember the dino ride? Remember where you're like in that Jeep and it's freaking whipping you around?
I don't think I gave it a 9.
She disagrees about giving it a 9.
It's not even close to a 9.
It's not. I don't even give it a 7.
Yeah, no. No.
Oh,
I mean, it's maybe like a 6.5.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably the best at best.
Yeah.
But yeah, Animal Kingdom's not really known for the rides, quote unquote. That's why that probably out of all the parks, they have the least amount. They're more so kind of their scenery, more so their animals, and there's like other animal exhibits you can look at too. But it's definitely the most overrated park for sure. And but with that being said, we both give Pandora. Pandora is probably our favorite thing there. Pandora to me is probably a good. I'd probably give it a good low 9, 9.3, 9.2.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So anyway, Z, what's the rating for this park here?
Like a 7.4.
7.4, really? You give Animal Kingdom a 7.4?
Yeah.
I'd probably give it
still a good score.
I'd probably just give it a solid 8.
All right.
Overrated, but I give it a solid 8 just because like still like it's still not like an ordinary just typical theme park still. And like none of Disney's parks are like that. So that's why I give it an 8. It's one we still go to. There's still a few things there we enjoy.
Let me explain why maybe I might be lowballing. A 7.4 is still a good score. A 7.4 meaning it's fun and it's worth going to. Anything below a 7 means like be careful, and anything below a 6 meaning like don't go.
Yeah.
Right. But like fun spot.
Yeah, fun spot.
All right. This is the only reason why like I just really don't like going to Animal Kingdom that much. Is just like there's just nowhere to go like indoors. It's all outside. I know it's part of the theming and whatever.
Yeah.
But it's just like I don't know, dude. Like I got to bring two pairs of freaking compressions in because it's just freaking
sweaty sack.
Yeah, there it is. Freaking the Everglades.
Yep. You got to change your shirt, Z, twice.
Yeah.
Odd. Well, anyway, Animal Kingdom. It's definitely in our opinion, the least out of all the Disney parks. It's one we still go to, we still enjoy ourselves, but there's more to take from the other parks in Animal Kingdom. So 2 more Disney parks to go. Let's go with Epcot. Epcot we know is well known for, again, Epcot is not known for their rides or anything like that. If you want rides, don't go to Epcot. Do not go to Epcot. Epcot is known more so for their festivities, for their around the world festival that they do with each. Yep, Kelsey loves that. They're around the world festivals where they have like different countries and stuff like that at like different locations kind of around the park. So like Mexico, Japan, Morocco, China, you have Ireland and all those things. And then they'll usually or Paris, or not Paris, but France.
Yeah, Paris.
Yeah, well, sorry about it. Germany, Italy. So like you name it, they really have multiple different countries and stuff like that. And each location, they have a menu of drinks, a menu of food that you can get there. And now not every place has good stuff, I'm saying, but it's still fun to see what they all have. It's usually probably the same thing on the menu every time anyway when you go, but still a handful of them have some good personality and theming, and there's some that don't really have much there. But I remember whenever we do this, I remember I'm trying to remember which Ireland was pretty good. I know we liked. I'm trying to think which one has that really good drink. Z.
France, no, Italy.
You know what drink I'm talking about though? The one that when we went with like Alexis and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that was France.
Okay, well anyway, you just kind of pick and choose whatever you're feeling, whatever you're not. So that's really what Epcot's known for. You have a lot of walking around. You have a few rides, but Test Track, like I said, that's at Epcot. But really, other than that, what else is there at Epcot? Z?
Well, they have Guardians of the Galaxy now.
Haven't been on that one. That's a new one.
No.
Haven't been on that one.
Which is definitely, I mean, I've put that in the 9s. You know, it's up there. It's a great ride, and that's
we'll have to try to go.
Certainly added a lot of, it certainly added a lot of excitement to the park that was needed. So,
yeah.
Really outside of that, I mean, you really just kind of go to, I don't know, drink, have a good time, hang out with your friends, have dinner. I don't know. That's really that's how I feel Epcot is. You know.
So what's the rating here?
Yeah, it's higher than Animal Kingdom, so it's like a 7.9.
Epcot 7.9.
Yeah.
Kelsey, what's yours? 8 out of 10. She gives Epcot 8 out of 10.
That's fine.
No. Yeah. Yeah, no, she had a really good time at Epcot. We actually had a really good day that day. Z, I believe, had to go do something, and we did Magic Kingdom and Epcot that night. We actually really needed that day, by the way. I'm not going to get into specifics, but we really needed that day. But still, Epcot's fun.
Oh, what a story that is.
Yeah, what a story that is. I'm not going to talk about it because we don't have enough time for that. But let's just say it was a nightmare. Not between us, but just because of something that happened at the freaking park that was out of our control. So
yeah, I mean that might have been the worst day of Ben's life.
Yeah, it was pretty bad that day.
Anyways, moving on. I
give Epcot. I'd probably give Epcot. Probably like an 8.4. So, fun park, enjoyable park. Again, not top 2 best from Disney, but still enjoyable nonetheless. You just want to keep it low key, hang out, chill, stuff like that. Going on to the final park of Disney, Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom. When you think of Disney, it's Magic Kingdom. It's Magic Kingdom easily.
Oh yeah.
And when we go to Magic Kingdom, you have Splash Mountain, you have Space Mountain, you have Thunder Mountain, you have Laugh Floor, which is really fun. Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. It's kind of just like a comedy segment type show featuring people from Monsters Inc. You have Pirates of the Caribbean boat ride, which I still think is kind of fun.
It is.
I still kind of enjoy that. Yeah, you have Small World, obviously. You have the teacups for, little Johnny over there, little Tiny Tim.
I will say about the Laugh Floor is that like years ago it used to be really funny, and it seemed like they've changed it because someone probably got offended.
Yeah, probably offensive, sensitive.
Yeah. Oh, that's not funny.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
don't
agree.
Go out then. Don't go out.
Yep. Don't go out then. Stay in your house. Leave that mask on.
Please.
Yep. So anyway, Magic Kingdom is my favorite Disney park just because to me, that's what I think of when I think Disney. It brings back a lot of childhood to me. And then you obviously had the Happily Ever After show at the castle, which was absolutely phenomenal. Probably the best fireworks show I saw in my life. Then they got rid of it for a few years. Now it's coming back by popular demand in the beginning of April, which was probably the best move Disney could probably do.
Oh, yeah.
So, Z, are there any other rides, Magic Kingdom, that I'm missing here?
Not really. Now that they added Tron.
Yeah, they added Tron, which Z actually did go on that.
I did.
That was, I don't even know how long that took them to make. That seemed like that took them about 5 or 6 years. And then it was, coming next summer. Oh, coming next fall. Oh, coming next spring.
Next spring. Next fall. Next winter.
Yeah.
I will say, I'm sorry. I didn't think it was that great.
Yeah.
I really didn't,
It just seems like a fast ride. That's all it is.
Yeah, no. And I've been seeing all everybody else like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like this is the greatest day of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a cool ride. It's cool, but God forbid. I mean, when that ride opens up, it's going to be an 8-9 hour wait.
Yeah.
And
we ain't waiting in that.
No.
No, thanks.
No, it's
go enjoy everything else.
I'm sorry. I had a good time.
See, when it comes to like things I haven't been on at these parks, now obviously I've been to these parks. I mean, God, how many times have I been to these parks?
20, 30 times.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if there's ever anything that I haven't done, I think if you have someone who's at Disney all the time and Disney is pretty much their church, and then you have somebody like Z who enjoys the parks but doesn't live and breathe it, if I'm going to ask one of them what they think about this or think about that, I'm asking Z. I'm not asking the Disney fan. I'm not asking the Disney cult or anything like that. So I take Z's word on that. But anyway, Magic Kingdom, again, Magic Kingdom doesn't have the thrilling rides. If you want that, go to Universal. Go to Universal if you want that. Disney's really a lot kid-friendly. A lot of it is really theming. You have fun rides there, too, that are normal roller coasters or not. But Magic Kingdom, our favorite, Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
Splash Mountain is our favorite. Now, they're revamping it because apparently it's racist. I mean, here it's like, and here we go. Here we go. Didn't see a single thing wrong with what Splash Mountain was. But now it's going to be Princess and the Frog. You talk about a sleep fest. So we'll probably just be asleep until we hit the drop. Awful. Absolutely awful. But still, Splash Mountain has been our favorite. I think, see, what'd you give Splash Mountain? I gave Splash Mountain probably like a good 9.5.
Yeah. 9.2.
Yeah. So I have it a little bit higher than you, but I love it.
Yeah.
I think really just everything, just you're enjoying it. You're laying back. I thought they did a good job in terms of the boat ride. It's not a short boat ride or anything like that.
Yep.
Then,
like said, there was a story where, there was maybe 20 minutes left of the park being open, and Ed and I had to get from way over here to way over here, right? Splash Mountain to Space Mountain. And we got off Splash Mountain and full on beelined to Space Mountain.
Opposite side of the park.
Yeah. And we were running through like the courtyard area where like the Walt Disney statue is. And there were thousands of people sitting out there watching this show. And Ed and I are, hopscotching our way through all these people. And knocks over someone's cup. And we don't even stop.
Yeah, we just keep going. I said, oh, sorry. And I kept.
Yeah. And you might have ruined their vacation.
Yeah, I really might have. But the thing is, we wanted to get on the ride. So, because that was actually my I think that was my first time coming out there, Z, when you moved out there in 2018.
Yeah.
I believe so. But overall, Z, what's the rating score on Magic Kingdom?
It's a 9.
9. Straight 9?
Straight 9.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I'd probably give Magic Kingdom probably a good 9.3. I think that there's more that they could probably do with the park. Not in the sense of like, oh, adding this, adding that. But I don't know. I feel like what they have is good. I feel like maybe there's a little bit more they could do with some of their stores. I feel like some of their stores are just so bland.
Yeah.
Just so bland there.
Of course, it was higher for me when they got rid of Have Ever After, and then that's what brought the score down.
Yeah, knowing that's gonna be back. Yeah, nine's fine. 9.2. I probably give it 9.2 for me. So Magic Kingdom is obviously my highest rated park. So I have 9.2 Magic Kingdom, 8.8 for Studios. We have an 8.5 for Epcot, or an 8.4, whatever, and then we have just a solid 8 for Animal Kingdom. Yep. Would you say that's your order ranking, Z?
What was mine? A 9 for Magic Kingdom, an 8.6 for Hollywood Studios, pretty much an 8 for Epcot, and then a 7.4 for Animal Kingdom.
Yeah. So there you go. So that's really Disney in a nutshell, guys. That's really Disney in a nutshell, at least from our end. Usually what we'll do is like whenever we plan on going to a park, we'll usually get there around noon, maybe stay till 4 or 5, and then we'll go to another park if we do that. So to wrap off the night. You know, we
regardless
just like to hit up.
At the end of the day, we always have a good time at Disney.
Yep. It's a good time.
You know,
it's a good time. We always enjoy ourselves. We just like to hit up what we like to hit up. There's probably rides we didn't mention that maybe somebody's watching. Oh, you didn't mention this. You didn't mention that. Well, we're not in the park for 15 hours, so that's why. Moving on to.
How dare you not watch the Magic Kingdom Parade? How dare you not watch the Frozen Ever After show?
Yeah, the Frozen After show. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Enjoy taking your daughter with a dress. Enjoy that. Let's move on to Universal side. Universal, I prefer over Disney. I believe Z, you do as well.
I would say so.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Disney again. Don't get mad at me.
What's that?
I said, I'm sorry again, Disney. Don't get mad at me.
Yep. Don't get mad. Z, it's just Universal's better all around. Universal is for the big boys. Universal is for more mature audience, not for little Sabrina or anything like that. It's more so for the, you know, if you grow some nuts a little bit, Universal's for you.
Yeah, you're right.
Let's put it that way.
There was a time, I think it was what was it, 2 years ago, I think, where we were at Magic Kingdom, and we were leaving the park. The park ended because Disney was holding their Halloween party at night.
Mickey's Boo Bash.
Yeah, the Boo Bash. God,
terrible name.
Yeah. Well, the Boo Bash, and we were leaving the park. We got off a ride and we were walking down this path, and this cast member was like super rude.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
absolutely.
Hella rude. Just like, you got to go that way. And we're like, we're leaving, and she's like, yeah, you got to go that way. And Ed was like, what? And was like, well, we're gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights Universal because that's better anyways. and
she did not see it coming her entire night. Guarantee after I said that was racing through her head that whole night.
Oh, she was heated.
Oh, she got heated.
As we were walking away, she was just like, she's like, all right, have fun.
Yeah.
And oh man, she was pissed.
You know she will not step on anime territory. Yeah. So anyway, we like Universal a lot better because to us, Universal, I think really just the big thing, not because, they have more rides or anything. Universal, I think why I think Z probably agrees, why we like him more is not just because it's more mature in a sense, but just because it's more spacious. It's more kind of freely doing whatever. It's not neck to neck like Disney is. When you're in lines, they keep you moving, they keep you going. Rather Disney, you're just sitting there. And I don't know. I kind of just like the atmosphere a little bit more. Z, to me, it's less hectic. I feel like as you're kind of going through City Walk and everything like that. But I think also at the same time, like I find myself enjoying it more. I think just because of really all that there is rather than Disney. And again, I enjoy Disney. I enjoy the parks. It's always a good time. There's a lot of good things about Disney, but Universal, on the other hand, I think there's more, I feel like, for me to take away from and grasp than rather going to a Disney park.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's not like unknown that Universal is, for the older audience and Disney's for the younger audience. There's nothing wrong with that. Those are what they specialize in.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
it. Our favorite park to go to which is where I used to work, which is Volcano Bay, where we've made countless absolutely gut-wrenching memories.
Yeah. Countless.
We hold a world record.
Yeah, we hold a world record there. Records have been broken there.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about Volcano Bay on another podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, everything we've done there, and especially our group that we know here, in Florida, and you guys all know who you are.
Yep.
I mean, we always have a good time. There's never a day we go where we don't have a good time at Universal.
No, it's always a thrill. No pun intended.
Mm-hmm.
But Universal, you have two parks. You have Islands of Adventure, and then you have just the Universal Studio side. And Universal Studio is more, I mean, Optic. See, how would you describe the difference between IOA and Universal Studio? IOA is definitely more ride oriented than the other side, but how would you describe the other side?
What, the Universal side?
Yeah.
I would say more like old school,
Yeah.
more old fashioned,
old fashioned, walking around.
E.T., Men in Black, a lot of old rides and a lot of older movies. And there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
The Universal is still fun, but I mean, just like
Mummy.
I think, yeah, the Mummy. I think like 10 out of 10 people would say that the Odds Adventure side is better. However, when they do Halloween Horror Nights, it's on the Universal side, right?
Yeah.
And that's
right.
and that
Rightfully so.
Yeah,
all
right.
that room, all that space.
Yeah, and that's that's the the best time that we have at Universal is when we go to Horror Nights, obviously.
Yep.
Again, we'll save that for another pod. But I think I know some of you guys might want us to get us into Universal. I don't think we'll be able to get into it today because I got work in 45 minutes.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I think if I'd use old school, maybe another word, maybe just kind of like detailed.
Yeah.
You have so many built, like the New York section, the San Francisco section, like the New York where the Jimmy Fallon ride is. Like there's so much detail into it, and it's nice to look at. Just sometimes it could just be a little, it's just not exactly pleasing in the eye. Just some boring colors and
right.
I mean, it's fun, but I mean, 10 out of 10 times, unless Horror Nights is going on, I'm going to Odds Adventure.
Right. No, I agree. And what we'll do, guys, is that as we kind of transition here in Universal, what we're going to do, this is just going to be part one. This is going to be part one of a 2-part segment that we're going to do. We kind of really hit down on Disney today, kind of giving some rankings out there, talking about some of our rides, our thoughts on the rides. For part 2, we'll just be talking about Universal, kind of be talking about our thoughts on all the rides there, a lot of classic moments. And then we'll just kind of really cultivate all the rankings of the parks and really our top rides and stuff like that. So obviously, if you guys have been in these parks, you guys can really relate a lot more than versus if you haven't. But we'll end it there, everybody. We're going to end it on that.
Yep.
And hopefully you enjoyed this podcast, enjoy this episode. Another hour long, but that's what happens. We're going to have episodes that are 20, 25 minutes. We're going to have episodes that are half hour. We're going to have episodes that are 45 minutes. We're going to have episodes that are an hour. So it really just kind of depends. But this
can't hang, can't bang.
Yeah, can't hang, can't bang, guys. It's simple as that. But this is part 1 of really us discussing our all the theme parks and the rides and rankings and all those type of things. So part 2 will come out sometime this week, maybe this weekend. So guys, as you see at the bottom of the overlay, that's where you can follow us on social media to keep up with things of the channel. Follow Z stream, MythicalJazzy. He streams at least once or twice a week. And he's going to be doing Hogwarts Legacy here. So follow him there. Also in the description down below, our channels are there. Hit the subscribe, guys. Hit the like. It's going to help us grow more and more. Shout out to you all who have subbed already, who have tuned in. We appreciate your guys' support. Appreciate being here. Leave some comments. Let us know who you are. Let us know your thoughts on this Disney park ranking. And we'll be excited to step into Universal.
Let us know what sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there, but let us know what if you guys want us to talk about something, let us know.
Yeah. Put in the comments if there's something else that you guys might want us to talk about, do an episode on. Because we'd eventually like to get it to the point maybe where we have some of you on, where we eventually can get this to being a live stream, have you guys in the chat and stuff like that. That's eventually the point where we want to get to.
Ajay.
Yep, that's the point we want to get to there. So appreciate your support. Appreciate you all who have subbed. Those who are new, welcome. Appreciate you. And that's what we're going to do, guys. It's just enjoyable time, entertainment, talking about whatever, whenever. And so let us know in the comment section, guys. But that's this episode, talking about some Disney park and Disney parks, rides, rankings. Part 2 is going to be Universal, like we said, our favorite. But nonetheless, guys, we will see you all sometime this week or weekend whenever we're back. Appreciate your support. Z, any final words here?
Ball till the day we fall, then.
Ball till the day we fall. That's all you got to know. So Z, good luck. Good luck with the mouse today.